Hey guys, Robert the Realtor back here for a little bit of fun and a little bit about me. So today we're going to talk about, I know it's in the camera, you can't see it. Either way, we're going to talk about me and kind of my first step into business owning. So, Bankers Life and Casualty, it might be called Bankers Life now. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm not promoting them at this point. What I'm doing is talking to you about how I got started in the business. So I started with Bankers Life in 2007. I actually found them in the Moberly Monitor Index. For those of you who remember what that is, it's a newspaper. And it said make up to $100,000 a year. And my wife told me that you're old, and which I wasn't, but I was mid-20s, but I had just torn a meniscus in my knee, needed to find something else, and I was good with people, so get into sales. So I interviewed with, I'll just say Shannon, and he was a sales manager at that time. Went very well. We enjoyed each other's company. Took the wife back, got another interview, and then got my life and health license. Failed it the first time. Got it the second time, and so started at Bankers Life and Casualty. What I will say about them is they do have the best training at that time available. So I spent the first year, which was 2007, my first actual year in 2008, I got this, which was Rookie of the Year and Agent of the Year at Bankers Life and Casualty company. It might be Bankers Life now, like I said. Went very well. I worked 6 days a week, daylight to dark. We made 200 to 300 cold calls on 2 days a week. Door knocked every day I was in the field, which was 3 to 4 days. And like I said, I would leave in the dark and come home in the dark, and I did that for at least a couple years. My very first year in the business, I did not make $100,000. I did not make $100,000 my second year either. I was at Bankers Life for 2.5 years. During that 2.5 years, I became a field trainer. So I had my own team. I trained people on phoning for cold calls. So helped every new person that came through. I was the trainer for phoning, and I helped with other things too as far as products. I was sold life insurance, Medicare, long-term care, short-term care, and disability was our main 4 products. We had a portfolio about this thick. Any of you at Bankers Life or currently at Bankers Life or were there, which I know a couple of you are still there, we had to memorize that front to back, which included a fact finder, which included presentations for each product, and same thing with cold calling. We had to memorize all the scripts. So there was a lot to learn, but they had amazing training. I enjoyed my time at Bankers Life and Casualty. They were good company. I'm still friends with the branch sales manager now that's there. Still a great dude, Glenn, and I would highly recommend anybody that work at Bankers Life. I have nothing against them at all. They're actually a great company, led up by some great people, and I think there's a couple people still there that 2 or 3 were there that started after I was there, and then there's still some people there that were, after or started before I was there. So they've been around for quite a while. I learned a ton, failed a lot, made a ton of cold calls, which some of you agents out there, even realtors, you don't even know what that is. Cold calling, miserable. We didn't have laptops. We didn't have computers. We did have laptops, but we didn't use them like we use them now. I remember literally we'd have the phone just like this. We would have our scripts in our cubicles, and we have the phone number, name, and the person we were calling in front of us on a piece of paper with a ruler, which should come a little more prepared because I still have that ruler. I just couldn't find it real quick. And so you would just dial the number. They didn't answer. You didn't hit the hang up button. I think it was like pound or pound 0 or something. And then that would start. Then you do it again. And you do it again. And you would do that for like an hour. Then we take a 15-minute break. Then you do that for an hour. Take a 15-minute break. You do that for an hour. And then you take lunch. And you do that for an hour. And then you rinse and repeat. And then 1 or 2 nights a week, we'd have dialing for dollars, I believe it was, and we would just make more phone calls that night and make it an ordeal out of it, like win prizes, go up to the whiteboard and write down how many dials you made, how many appointments you set, and then we would track that throughout the week. We would come in and say, here's how many dials we made. I mean, we tracked all the data, but it was all pen and paper. Here's how many dials we made versus how many appointments we made versus how many applications we made, and how much money we made. So we had all the data, and you had the leaderboard on the whiteboard. So we had a really, it was fun, grueling, but fun, humbling, but fun. So just that's it about Bankers Life and Casualty. I spent 2.5, almost 3 years there. Wouldn't change any of it for the world. So next, when I decide to do that, I'll talk about the company I went to after I left Bankers Life and Casualty. So again, nothing against Bankers Life and Casualty. I just had an opportunity to do more at another company. So either way, that's a little bit about me and Bankers Life and Casualty. And remember, if you're asking, Rookie of the Year, Agent of the Year 2008. Some of you weren't even out of school yet. All right, Robert Rizzo out.